once after international duties, a club football, bounce back, nyame adoma. Weekend, you been a lot of European League matches. Na enunti coaches no nyina no more press conferences ahead of more game war. Nyame adoma Saturday and Sunday na. Ma me sha say free Enzo Maresca ne press conference na say. Na Enzo Maresca press conference na say anodi akotudwa say. Kopama injury no. Odi kan be kasa is after international break no betimaba. Na emum entisa sese obeko fie another 6 weeks a yenyan hu Kopama ewo ho so na oye wrong about first information a odi ba bontin say after international break ebe hu Kopama. After sa story and say news na coach in the buy no me hu say enkofo tage Enzo Maresca say o abetwa ntro e de atro mo which untimi blame coach ni because a medical team no and a beka coach no bia ode player bia medical report ebeba so based on the medical team no beka coach no and then a coach ne betina press conference asia obeka because coach no enye expert in terms of the medical field. You are more expert. That's the reason why every professional football club, our medical team, coach need or no concentrate on field and tactics, on nisa medical background. No, and it's a who blame coach and say one becano cry and Chelsea supporters are in a way one year fair to Enzo Maresca. By Ken, Nini say, Kopama ne groin injury no, a idea wo hodada. Na omo ball Manchester United game no. And a setback in SA baby my beye kesiye. So my team my friend said Chelsea I say Kopama no mu say. Ombema na rest kakra omunkoye ni surgery. Na enkosi say ebobo international break na ba no etimi a recover. Until say na anu ye omusa akọ assess no mu say there be. Yenye ni surgery dia eni obese here another 6 weeks biem no de atena fie. E ka hu bi ana press conference na se no coach ndi aba. So the Chelsea for no air trial be ye say on person mo ye conservative treatment. Say ye ka conservative treatment a non-surgical approach a ye de manage a medical condition. Say play a pra ye koye no operation a surgical approach. By the moment I better see ye see play and say on ye surgery or on ye surgery biano and ye can say conservative treatment and only a non-surgical approach. Now they are managing sa treatment no. So the Chelsea for person we edema Kopama no sa conservative treatment no. Na any player or better conservative treatment biano ye will component me inside was so of him. The edi kan pa rest. So the reason why a Chelsea for as the announcement about say Kopama 6 weeks no onko surgery no was so here rest because onko surgery a conservative approach no be used. After rest no the next component pain management. Say yenkoye surgery. Ono so yentimi enforce no ema ne mbebo games no. The moment I be force no yentimi manage pains no ne groin no. So in conservative treatment no, I was so making sure say the pains no betima manage. E kan hu bi no mode akọ 6 weeks and a physical therapy. Enti nyoma miensa Chelsea for pese Kopama fam no rest, pain management and a physical therapy. And no an conservative treatment at Chelsea for person mu use edema Kopama. And Ken me te Chelsea for na say mini medical field Chelsea doctors ni nanim de ana o madwin mu no ene o mu hwehwe mu no o mu susu say sabrantie no ye mane rest ne ya anya ni surgery be boa Chelsea for a adinti na yen respect the medical team decision at the long run no say watch the bigger picture say o rest no betima ye 100% fit a be boa Chelsea dan say ye be pray ho say ye be mana rush say abrantie ni ma mesi akan. And Ken, 6 weeks na Kopama ekotine fie no. 1 month, that's 2 weeks. And sa 1 month, 2 weeks no. Kopama ebe me say Nottingham Forest game no this weekend. Omoni Ayas, omoni Sunderland, omoni Wolves ewo EFL Cup no. Omoni Spurs, omoni Carabao, omoni Wolves biem ewo Premier League no. Omoni Burnley and omoni Barcelona. These are the matches a Kopama ebe me say. Obi bia watch Chelsea bia intimi and dispute the fact say one of the most important players for Chelsea set up now Kopama. Ni influence for Chelsea team ni no eso. And it's a Chelsea see a kind of Kopama woman or ade a lot at the match Chelsea bobuko no. And Chelsea be here say on benyo mu Kopama ama so be stay fit or betima boa Chelsea bobuko no. But Ken In as much as Metias say Kopama is very important in what Chelsea no. So what check Chelsea against Benfica, Chelsea against Liverpool. Other players now what Chelsea needs to demonstrate actually say even without Kopama, omo capable so betima manage every new omo games no. And so what check games are Kopama MSC Akim. Se Kopama mpokura insi Akim against Nottingham Forest. Other players against Nottingham Forest no. I believe ombetimi perform against Nottingham Forest. Oh, but against Ayasa. Ayas enye side abeka so money bro subia to the extent say omisi Kopama untimi against Ayas, against Sunderland, against Wolves, against Carabao, against Burnley. And it's all checking matches are Kopama MSC akesi pay won pani express and Barcelona game no. And then Abeka say any MSC star player to be affecting by Chelsea players no against Liverpool against Benfica. Omo say even without Kopama omo capable. Mijitu say Kopama or Chelsea team nima or adi a lot. By Sawasha the bigger picture na Kopama ebe here enough rest. No wetimi enya sa ni full fitness no. E dey abebo Chelsea bobuku no. So what say tie coach na or say Pedro Neto mpokra no e doubtful against Nottingham Forest. Ken say Kopama nsi akan. Pedro Neto a doubtful. I believe a big opportunity at the man Estevao. So what's a coach in the say so use Estevao? Our Chelsea set up him. And the reason why I make us ask me say Kopama or Chelsea set up him on Yamani free role operating as the number 10. So freedom with purpose, freedom about to move into every zone, so no, or no. Anna about the Pedro Neto, baby or professor of Pano, the right wing. Say Kopama ni ho. Anna Pedro Neto ye doubtful. The only player bet me do say so waka say or Chelsea set up ni man opportunity to bet my babo ni ye pana. To me, I believe Estevao. Sa number 10 row hono. Facundo ni a very good player, but I believe Estevao no was through. Estevao confidence no was through. The last game of boy against Liverpool, crowd fast to free bench. Ebe she go in the match Chelsea munya the 3 maximum points. Or call Brazil national team. When the modern ball with the national team. So Abrante in the form of Wapekino, I believe and minute John Terry again say na Kopama ni ho. Abrante FN say Pedro Neto a doubtful no. Player any time say what's a coach in the chat say you soon no. Estevao either so about the number 10 role and also be you soon as the right wing. Or Chelsea set up him. But another good news for Chelsea say coach in the press conference no. Or say thousand Adarabio you back our Chelsea set up him. Fofana back, Andre Santos back, which I believe is good news for Chelsea. By player obe free Chelsea set up apart from Kopama no be dia show so free till December, which is sad news for this chap because Ocheke after sebe dia show free injury by you know. Or shall say be peke form. Recently now we have born na be dia show bona not perform very well. So you know, can Ocheke coach in the press conference na yenya good news kakra and yenya bad news kakra, but you know playing against Nottingham Forest, players of more Chelsea, obi obenya available for selection be an capable say, obeti mama Chelsea nya the needed resource. Hansi Flick so every in the press conference no. Na Hansi Flick press conference no ano say, Lamine Yamal, ana Abrante friend say Femi Lopez back. But no ma bane good news at the Barcelona na against Girona. Lamine Yamal ana Femi Lopez ntimi mbo full 90 minutes. So either say ombeshas ye ni you on free and also on free bench at the aba. Ana no pay. Ferran Torres so Barcelona for the aba bontin say we pra discomfort kakra wo ho so no so ye out against Girona bobuku no. And Ken Barcelona move training na no pay no. Reports eba ni nyina kire say coach ni ye experiment kakra because o lose some key guys. Na experiment Hansi Flick Barcelona training grounds no. Or you saw Marcus Rashford as the number 9 our Barcelona training grounds nene. Reason why you use Marcus Rashford or the number 9 rule here say the first choice striker Lewandowski or out wepra. So only wa Ferran Torres nebo wepra. And it's a Ferran Torres anyhow. Lewandowski ni wa the only option na wo gidi woni mu say obetima about the number 9 role Ediama Barcelona boboku ni say no Marcus Rashford. Enti anopai or try Marcus Rashford or the number 9 rule. Se Marcus Rashford ebo number 9 na it means say the left wing row no into krobeda ho and Kauko Barcelona set up him no be available for selection na the operating on the left wing you know Abrante friend say Rafinha but no so ye out against Girona se Rafinha ni wa the about the left wing you know Marcus Rashford on so na coach in the nekobo number 9 no and se Marcus Rashford any left wing go na Rafinha ni left wing go other players so mutimi boss role no Dani Olmo on so ye out of the game. then Gavi or out of the game. And our Barcelona training grounds are no pay, the left wing grew hono. Now you heard you betima operate ho. And another experiment Hans Flick and anano pay no so you sue Baudi our the left wing grew. And tiano pay experiment me no Hans Flick or Barcelona training grounds no. Or my Rashford echo the number 9 rule. I know you sue Baudi our the left wing grew. When you change say likely say Nyame adum against Girona. Sesa na coach ni betime use dia. Ye be hu Baudi on the left wing, then Abrante Fense Marcus Rashford on the right wing. Ken say ye bo football ni ye hwe agopama ne so a. Ye wo different departments. Ye wo goalkeeping department, defensive department, midfield department, and the forward line department. The duty of the forward line department ni ye say team no goals on better the majority of the goals are team the better no. And what say the forward line department to. But what check Barcelona team na ken this season. Baby, injuries I hit you on your forward line department. Injuries affect Lewandowski, Rafinha, Ferran Torres, Dani Olmo. Say players nimpo come returning from injury. Yes, you want to be 90 minutes. And the players are expecting some bit Barcelona that needed numbers. Yes, season as an injuries and affect you. Last season, now you can Barcelona bobo kona. Almost 60 games in our competition. That's 174 goals. Out of 174 goals, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Ferran Torres, Yamal, Dani Olmo, and Femi Lopez, SMU 133. And it's our players where you more Barcelona anymore. Out of 174 goals almost in the last season, some players where more anymore 133. A child say majority of Barcelona goals no your money. So you say new season I say. Who expected our players need to mama that numbers no, and the only way our players they to mama numbers no. The first one, availability for selection, and the players are expected some mama numbers. Omo available for selection a day and mama numbers. And tiene, o check Barcelona department ni na Field neswa. Baby, I affected Barcelona kesiye pano. The forward line department. Can who be and then the coach ni experiment no. Or the Marcus Rashford kobo number 9. Now or the Baudi kobo the left wing group. Say. Barcelona nim hono omu lose a lot of key players are. Me hope say after Girona game no Barcelona players the majority of them no ebetima ye fit no metima be share Barcelona setup nim me pe classico Barcelona and Real Madrid nan obi use a strong 11 na ma classico nim eso etimi ayede me dem no be sinima me nko wie was slot a press conference no ye busa ne say so far McAllister ne form na ye slow dodo ana slot say enye boy na pre-season we on and off. Yebe season na no call off. Or by when to me anye pre-season by kakra McAllister eba. Into obi anya abotre because of experience of pekene form. Ken. Obi oni McAllister bia from Brighton by Liverpool. Last season na Liverpool Egypt Premier League no. Obebo Mohamed Salah din, Obebo Van Dijk mudin, Obebo players in there. Okay. By one player no ye instrumental. Oh, Liverpool setup him was McAllister. But it's quite unfortunate to see a season as out of 463 minutes no ontimi peke radio. Say McAllister won a former or ma onioma miensa Liverpool set up him defensive work or ye very industrious finfin ho. Or sa ko nanima ni goal threat ya atwe goals or taise. Where sa sit any long range or sa no. Then again or the stability any control be finfin ho. So I agree perfectly with Slot say onya McAllister back I say she sobos like form. She Gravenberg a form. Dia can you say McAllister ebe pekine form. Okay. Na Abrante Fense Florian Wirtz a pekine form. Send the midfielders ne pekine form a ebe boa Isaac mu ana Mohamed Salah mu anim ho. So me hope say McAllister ebe timasa pekine form. Alex McAllister. Yes. Okay, any kwame. Others and Bremer na bigi emfane jenemra.
Kemera say na mentwaso. The tiene say you see naturally player upper Ballon d'Or upper FIFA best upper individual glories be normally they are selfish with their injuries. Now sometimes it was a clubs na mo when you players na ho bebre me can you see Kopama situation so na match be. If I do remember, Chelsea bought West Ham United on the 22nd of August. Like I called 2 months ago, right? 4 days before that game, Chelsea training. Cole Palmer enya groin injury. Maybe you follow me very well. Onya groin injury, you know. And I'm so yenya kakra man in kobo body bi. Mo kai Chelsea versus West Ham no. Chelsea warm up and a Cole Palmer pull it off. And in fact, he could not continue because warm up anymore. Na groin ne kano e warm up anymore. And we yin sing chain. Quickly, and the mama risk a year, reshuffle anymore. Oma Willen Estevao Gina right war Neto on the left, Joao Pedro as a number 10. And a boy deal up last game. Amani no. It was because boy no Cole Palmer had pulled off during the warm-up. Ye press conference I say, and I'm a risk Becca say Cole Palmer our issues be that 4 days ago with groin injury, but no more try some man abobo ni bi. Me ba choko wa me ni widi e August nkomo. Iti quickly na England national team nanka yatfre Cole Palmer. And Chelsea had to inform the English national team so on to me more body be. Me ba choko enye this international window ya etwemu ya o. Make up Bakubi na Ghana. Ya any Chad any Mali boy. And say the be say enye we had the year bia. England, they were supposed to play Andorra and Serbia. In fact, my man Sankai Mubio, a Cole Palmer, and Bukayo Saka, or me and one Kobe. Saka, no hamstring injury against Leeds. Inti Cole Palmer was not part of the team. And I was on home because we have groin injury. Your free international break in the bar, pet, not Chelsea, Bob Brentford. And also Suja for starting game from the bench. Or by the way, Bobby. Sad time and another grinding young boy. Chelsea ball against Bayern Munich. Can't check your picture number the man no. Na men cast some intro. Because the whole goal was that Yansu so Cole Palmer so non kobo against Bayern Munich. Can me pacho share television also. Yeah, be pono, this is Cole Palmer. And I was so sebi na yase no ebi an grind one and all came this is against Bayern Munich. Therefore I would say radio boy no akoto and na yase ne ya because no one no ken wey I was saying kedi Cole Palmer kwat na fie because against Manchester United proud to the game the Chelsea coach was preparing without Cole Palmer. Because that boy clearly na ontimi mobo ni bi sa groin no se mo hwewa dance ya kra wontimi nantimi eno na samo be kai lami Yamal ball Paris Saint-Germain game we na so ontimi nante enya izo because groin na ase wo sere mu inside wo sere ni mu wo nti o ma na hwe yi a wo bebre nti obi ani wa na osusu so bebo Manchester United game no only for the coach to say anopano Omo hotel na Palmer say, are you okay, Obebo? And I'm no kobo ya. 21 minutes they had to pull him off. And no name. And ya know. And the Cole Palmer say, oh bless her. So the quest for gaining numbers now, what prayer no. Half a day, what's if you cry more? We no. Because if he had rested very well. In by this time, no one turn all bobo. But member say he's staying out for even longer. Or bet snefia che. Because wow, groin injury on ken. Start na uko and answer who take care of your body. At 3 weeks, you are good to go. A free mind on a co-moderator, you are spending 2 to 3 months. Say a kesia party, say be a minor injury, canabia, or 4 months. Say any stage, you know, a moderate DNB. And until now, watch 1 month, watch 2 yakeka kwa treno. Now, say, what it is in second. Groin no, unya treatments no doctors say for say free baby rice. They say biania yedi rice, RICE. Let it be our the R no extra rest. Jiwa home. You rest. I no extra ice. And nunti and say Ken someone say yeah bob baller. Patrick Kent ubenya ice treatment na dia mamia. Chechere ice block. Can we hear television no so na wo de atare baby ya wo ya no sa. Ya no every 1 hour bia wo de tare be 20 minutes na we. Now they are tarry 20 minutes. Inti aro no rest. I no the ice. See no compression. And no now be use bandage. The achechere hono. It's what the chechera. Now compress baby yano. Then the last one no elevation. Elevation say we are winning in area. O kwada ho na se be wo the pillow. The ato baby yano. Wo the ato asana 9 mu peja kakra. That is the best way of treating groin. But the most important thing and the first one is rest. You are home. It's a Kopama no. On one and a swording and a deep club no, and on when we do some pempen so no. Chelsea would have to take over. Mamunti any view. So Jane say because they say no individual glory is na ba be but they need to calm him down. Dear Tosubio. Metie Hans Flick and na cry no press conference na be koso no. And the maintain be crank me because in some noa na kopu for kafa Barcelona hono. Say Yamal or ye late against Paris Saint-Germain. Na send ye nyina nim say we late against in fact our Barcelona pre-game one uchu mu time ye be drop you. Kopu for no e by no so boy na ye late na coach no person or drop Yamal against Paris Saint-Germain. Name ye deco. Any penny for an answer, yes, in some no, not so kakra. Because Hans Yampa said, Deco Babe Jinanim, I catch as a master, may my own drop there, strange. And I was like, okay. And then Papa no by addressed that press conference. Hans no, Hans say, oh no, oh, Heidi Bibia, or come on to credit actually say. There's central for an kakano, sebi, and nonsense, and yenocre. And some no ayamienu. Either say what Hans Flick is saying is true, or obviously, me ma radio so TV so embeka say asam ni yenocre. Ninche ka won say why na the information in command central for no nan saying omunya Barcelona information inside sources too much. Now saying someone ego in some their cost dressing room and in some na cost Barcelona no. Now saying a peer too much into why na the information in command central for no sir. Now let's analyze the situation very well because you doha near doha. Okay, let's do this, Ken. You see the backbone of Hans Flick's team. How united that team ni the unity is very important. Barcelona team na Hansi Ashisheno. And again, German coaches there. Ombetimia mo this system, ama system na fa with average players ebefa because the team ni united or you good to go. It is a whole breaky how united Barcelona ya what's any team. It is an unseen warrior. He's in fact or try as much as possible to protect Barcelona team, you know. Oman conform bem. Oman won't can some embassy because say if the unity breaks, Hans Flick done. It's again. Watch recent times yo Hans Flick the Mradia Basse. Say any pre-game one. We are wine so with ye chire. Say ya red now ball. We are late 1 minute here with Yati Umobonibi. Hansi at the side did so many plays. Juice Kunde, autonomy ensa 3 times. Preseason game bako, and now against Alaves, October, or ye late 2 minutes, coach Namanambo Bonibi. And now against Espanyol, or ye late 1 minute, coach Namanambo Bonibi. Okay, maybe it is Juice Kunde alone. Marcus Rashford, and now or ye late 2 minutes against Hetafe, coach no Wamanambo Bonibi. Hafinya atono coach no Wamanambo Bonibi. Inaki Pena omukwa Saudi against Atletico Bilbao Super Cup Wamanambo Bonibi. Into coach no sister say no matter how big you are, ubu club namra Bonibi. That is the law. So you are not big or you are not bigger than the club itself. That is the law. Into Kenny, just imagine and say Saudi di Hafinya Who did Juice Conde? Who did place ni bebre? Na afei Edulami Yamal so one offending one then I won't can they accept the rest of the place. Because Lami Yamal then you be test case pow. Say I say you can replace us. Na Lami Yamal swear.
Because uti couple mu break story no. Once almost saying I can say na game na size in the city no. Na won't remember about team make say Barca PAG player late for 2 minutes. All your team no main man one man mobi. Na bibi ko see. Na now be some question be some information mo so obabe jina so won't remember about team.
They want me.
Some information free because we inside source.
Now say inside source.
And players so na man for central for information.
No so ni asem no.
E footballers na the information never. And na Hansi Flick be say yet way. Nipa kro ka ye no obi ehun say me na me say.
And also one sources within
also
the
on a
team.
source within the team. Or non central no say. Enti u baby say yet here.
Asam no win susu say babe. And I impose say no cra. Na just aggrieved players. The players are not happy. Say a toe. La meaning
Obi na be babontin.
Mama Nabo. What? Because and again it's our game no. If Barcelona had decided to drop Lami Yamal, na nkobebo Rashford ni Rooney Baji. It was
that be just na nka omo lose ye ya.
Next game no so omo lose.
Na make say na omo lose ya.
Okay, come the best share no.
Come the best share.
A difficult situation.
Because how you dekwa. Obetimi akọ papa na wakoka chense masa. Ade we de ye ntimi ansa ma na nye yi.
Kina say ada na to obi ade na nyina ya kom na Lami nko ade mpanyifo be step in. You see, ade de say me hu se pressure e ba Hansi so. Second year some na baba Barcelona no does too much and until now we making sure that Thiago Alcantara best step in and we can place in album because unity if Barcelona are united they are good to go say omoma die bi fra bontin be break the unity of the team and then the Barcelona and say any beba no
I say you play be on leak information so
and no so no say clearly na say nkofo bi say inside the mu leak because any no Lami Yamal ego in some buy no. In someone now dressing room now abontin.
Coach ne beka ego Pedri say coach ni player no. Obekai. Pedri say coach ni nipa krona o kana asem no
wan coach ni beka. See in some now I said the second season of Hansi. Among for targeting or bro information will be he need to defend it. Ken Kitwebi. John Terry Estevao see or John Terry see ma Estevao embo games ni bi
ne kwan so
ken me de metimi aka ne say Estevao no na nko be ko ban mu nchin PSG ana Chelsea titro Barcelona de essence ni agent Andrew Carey no ni de ko kuntokwa because or the Victor okay koma de ko mu say na kwada nti onu mu nyanda kwa and Andrew Carey no so no metena say because also no ye agent and I say or your scouts at the Mabasa.
Okay.
You see, there is no way I'm not boy any beba basa and again a basa wala mi Yamal. And the Kerry so any matter for kuntakwa into na boy no uncle. Kerry say the reason why or decided some mama boy na kwa Chelsea is a Chelsea for any bo so mama boy na bobo ni bi. Half a boy ni say number 10 no ope. Chelsea for any boss in the future or mama na bubi. First promise. Say Chelsea say or mama na bobo ni bi.
John did be a so bobo.
Inti a boss and I mean so men come medi and I will continue to defend my point in the say player with 18 years. Now I'm an bar because young players they need to make mistakes. They must make mistakes. And need and must mistakes there. And was somewhere that's a part of the growing process. No, Inti he needs to start playing. He needs to start making mistakes today. And a Brahma Estevao ababe Estevao.
Okay. Any Estevao William. Biggie.
Ken.
Se United mo ayete papa Mr. Uncle Fogusu bisa say Ayaka United asem.
Arekin den na
se team no na no mo say 2-0. And na kra me hwe ne mo ye current na. Why won bet match Liverpool 3-1. Na say Liverpool na say na you for Galatasaray kwan Liverpool.
I said Galatasaray home.
Na say Manchester United team was take here. Nko challenge league no.
Ken. Me say me try say United be share consecutive league matches at Wato. Esia. Me shall say United asem. So we win back week way. Following week was Ashe. Ashe 2 league matches at Waso. Now I Manchester United as them. For now the BBNC fancy sign. Until you now with three. Kidam Mikel Arteta on say Wabe one of the longest serving managers in the English Premier League. No Mubisa Arteta say or a privilege or a grateful. Name you know to say a Jumana obeyeno. And no na ebe require say obeche in a club. And I'm very happy say Mikel Arteta and hunu sa ade no. Ken say obe Fatima. Looking at baby a team in the war. Say nipa benya time ama wo pa. Ye hwe baby a na team ne da. Any baby a the team na baba bi si.
What do you say?
Mikel Arteta. What do you almost 6 years?
6 years.
Yes. About 2019.
What did you
FA Cup back.
A team no winning here.
And don't think America say obe Fatima.
Mo say why o progress. Your team we are progressing there. Onje cup na o progress team o ma team na benim.
That is why I'm saying say eye me there. Say papa na hu say adwuma na obeye no. Eno na be boa mo the longest serving manager and asa obeche wo club mo.
But 6 years one FA Cup. Esa wo chesa. Because also ultimate this second. Ultimate quarter final Champions League. And in church why are they?
Because of baby obefa team no.
Abas na wo form sir.
Na e wo form.
Sir.
Yes. Na e wo form.
Venga GG League ni bi na.
Venga GG League. But post the Venga era, Venga core ye no. Omo mbe take over no mo ntimi nya adwuma no. It got to that point na Arsenal bo ko na lose hope. Omo lose trust supporters no. Eni gidie say omo team ne said ye na sitia during the Venga era no. E betimi nso asa baba be yes abiem. E di ye be start season onte Arsenal supporter oba be kasa ye betimi agi league mpo. Onte Arsenal supporter obebie na no. Ababa be kasa o league ne be compete kura mpo. Debi because no mu team ne conform to the extent say omo lose sa trust ne confidence ni nyina in whoever takes off the club. Ateta bae no e no sha ase say o build bibi e na gidie ne sha ase say e back consistently positions are na odina enye but they didn't complain because obefa team ne na e wo form ene say ye she league ase a Arsenal supporter no wo gidie so mo be compete for the title though onim so mo beje but once they have gotten close 3 consecutive times in there. Omo ni say free say ameye ko ye bire bia omo betimi agi league libi. It's that kind of confidence a supporter benya. No the attack team echi no. Coach I friend say Mikel Arteta and this our confidence never back to the Arsenal team. But the ain't America say nipa benya brama on why adwuma with team ho a. Ejina ba bia na team ne won ne say. Arsenal supporters now they have gotten over what coach I friend say Mikel Arteta yema omo. Ba bia na omo da no. A obefa omo free ye no. Omo refi. Now what they know they say sika ya di amount players are ya to the amount no it is time so ye bibi de ma Arsenal bo boko no it is asem Wenger nim say djuma na obeye no eno na betimi aboa no wache wo club mu a he should know ohwe Pep Guardiola obehu Manchester City today doesn't talk about Pep Guardiola etoda enkoye etoda obeye mistakes but nobody talk about him because djuma na wa ye di ama club no the club na ba be si ba bia obia wogidie wonimu. The same thing applied to Alex Ferguson. The same thing applied to coach Efenis Arsene Wenger. It is all percent depending on the be mau. Now show with team ni moi. Baby, na team ne da no munti binje trophies no. You are far gone from that state. Say see baby as na baba be duru no. Supporters ni feel say we say we bibi ma omo. Ti uba twaso no aye adwuma with team ni mu. No abeka the great no abeka the longest serving managers ne ho from eneko ya. You have to start winning laurels for Arsenal because 6 solid years, 1 FA Cup, they kept quiet just because of baby obe yi omo free you know. But in so nefa aboa na ni sunko ene gya no so ni sunko. Nti Arteta no win this e was say ye adwuma na glorious de sha ase say e ba. Ken Ange Postecoglou say on the story na always the same. Say o man time now gya no nko ade a enkodu say on free team nim na onko no. No I get trophies amount. You look at Ange Postecoglou baby awaye adwuma compared to say see baby owo aye Nottingham Forest star. Now they din komo na wudi no. The last 3 adwuma awaye before Nottingham Forest, Yokohama Marinos. Ken he joined in 2018. The second season Oji League Edema team no. Right from the start na performance ni okay. So they got that kind of confidence. Say ye jai papa ne say onye adwuma obetimi aboa yen. Eno mu gya no eno ye adwuma. E wi ase no no agye trophies mako 5 ansa na o free honum no ko join Celtic or join Celtic the first season 2021-2022 or G League dem Celtic bo boku no ball na obo na efe good football and an obo dem team no aside that he was winning the trophies enti obi owo hodum bia hu say what shall see yie enti say ye jam what was so clearly ubetimi aye adwuma na de aboa na de ye hwehwe ne ye nsaka oba Tottenham in the first season he made an impact e Tottenham eno na ma omunya confidence ni gidie omu decide to omu be jana ma na to aso make away because before joining Tottenham Ken na the previous season Tottenham oboko na the 8th Premier League ni mu with 60 points obefa Tottenham in the first season odomu di 5th and onya 66 points and the per league table no improve per point no assign so improve and the Tottenham for no benya gidie say first season there so ultimate defeat to Premier League ni mu a ye jaw ma to aso abeboa yen eno na nam so ema omu ja na ma no to aso the ball last season we eventually or Europa Cup ni ma omo etu teams na wakom no de yardstick na hyase ne ye but at Nottingham Forest say na hyase ne tie Nottingham Forest this season Nuno Espirito Santo ano ye adwuma ma omo from last season and abon or the team na baba be PM this season Ken the first game of the season or win ye or share 3-1 second game of the season or draw ye and or lose the third game of the season and a team ra due to problems and see momentum from last season and Opamono na Ange Postecoglou buy no ne start ne nye 7 matches our bo e di ama Nottingham Forest boboku no onwene ba kokra we lose 5 and our draw just 2 and to looking at this start na nipa onu no bia build team amano Nottingham Forest it was great in the past but nan saying ope coach omo best performance with Premier League ni mo a Nuno Espirito Santo last season odomo qualified the Europa Cup but enu ni mpo no team run ni nya problem when nya abotran hwe say ono na last season odomo qualify Europa no wapam no na how much more wow start na nye enti nsam na ode toto ho so ono no man the bi otimije trophies no it is because say the last 3 jobs na wafa ni nyina no the start has been good and omo hwa ahase ne so no omo di amana kwanya amana to aso the following seasons but say amana wo say Nottingham Forest omo and that 17th on the Premier League log team owner ni ntimi nya abotre na onkoso ntwan nti o bibi ya on hyase no onye ni sesi a na saa o ma me time amaje trophy no
o de Chelsea pam na so wanya fair to no
Ken yes one way or the other
but also games be ba match how they na o decided it but because the possibility say Chelsea be share Nottingham Forest it was through be
very high
until ka say na o de be jina so pam
but me no be di other say
na mo nyi Chelsea game nim free no man game for
there be on to be nyimfro because Nottingham Forest screw ya players screw ya say last season over Chelsea won home I am sure say ka we nya confidence for Nottingham
okay
and the team owner no on to me ntwan o say one chance here obepam wa mo akọ o bibi a onye ni sesi a no nya so odi de atwam etoto ho because no ni mpo no ene ne bo abra
me da say